Hey, I'm David Baer, and in this video, we're going to take a look at a way to do smarter and more effective interest targeting for your Facebook ads. So if you've been advertising on Facebook for any time at all, you know that Facebook is always changing the game. And the most recent change, as I'm recording this, is that one of the most important tools in figuring out who to target in your audience, a tool called Audience Insights, is basically going away. They are changing it to not give you as much information as it used to, and it's really just giving you sort of very general, broad information about audiences. And so figuring out how to target, particularly around interests, demographics, behaviors on Facebook is going to be more and more challenging. So one of the things that you may be used to doing is, let's say I'm in this ad trying to target people who do professional speaking because I want to offer them a particular product, and so I'm looking for words that are going to be appropriate in terms of the targeting. So I got like National Speaker Bureau, public speaking, speaker, Speakers Bureau, etc. Right, and I can keep looking for additional suggested interests simply by clicking the suggestions button here, and it'll make some additional recommendations for things. But there's two problems with what's being shown here. Number one, I don't know if I'm seeing everything. In fact, I know I'm not seeing everything I could possibly want to see. And number two, I don't necessarily know the relevance of some of these things to what I'm trying to target. And so, one of the tricks when it comes to Facebook advertising is that you want to be targeting things as narrowly and effectively as possible. But if you're going with very broad general interests like public speaking, well, that's what everybody else is targeting as well. And so if I can find some narrower, more hyper interests that I can target in addition to public speaking, for example, that's going to give me an advantage over other people, and I'm going to potentially be able to lower my cost on my ads because I'm not bidding against other people who are trying to get in front of people who are interested in public speaking. I'm getting in front of people that are not being targeted by others because they're unaware of other interests or too lazy to find them. So how do I do this? Well, if Facebook isn't going to suggest everything that's there, there are some ways that I found manually to extract this. There's actually a guy who gave me a whole coding system, and I could run a Google spreadsheet and try to extract additional things from the Facebook database. It's very convoluted, very confusing, and I kept screwing it up every time I tried it. But then I came across a really cool tool called Audiencer. So here we are inside the Audiencer dashboard, and you can see I have built out a couple of different projects here. I have a licensing project and our prepared marketing system project. This is what I'm doing for my business, where we're doing consulting work with clients and also licensing our consulting program to others. So let's, just for the purposes of this one, I'm going to go ahead and go into the prepared marketing system and into the small, medium business owner audience that I've been building. So I found some interests that I went ahead and saved here, and let me show you what that looks like. Just giving it a moment to catch up with us here, because as I'm recording, things are going a little slow. So, okay. So you can see I got business owner, National Association of Women Business Owners, Small Business Owners of America. So you can see I'm starting to get some interest built out. And if I hit Facebook suggestions, actually I need to go back here, and I'm just going to go, let's see what I get if I do Small Business Owners of America and National Association of Women Business Owners. Actually, why don't I just do one at a time? It looks like I can't do both of them. Yeah, I can with the selected. So let's go ahead and click that idea button, and now it's going to give me additional ideas here of potential targeting. Now, There's 31 different things here based on those two areas that I said I was interested in going a little bit deeper in. Here, it shows me the audience size worldwide. So it's not for a specific a country, but the entirety of Facebook audience worldwide. And then this next one is the relevance score. And you can see I'm trying to target small business owners. It's giving me creative entrepreneurship, but it's telling me, even though there's 10 million people, the relevance is only 4. And so I'm going to probably skip that one. I'm going to look through some of the others in terms of relevance. Here, 77, there's 238,000 people, the small business owner. I have no idea what this targeting is, but I'm going to give it a go because that's not something I would have necessarily picked. So I'm going to add that to my saved. Actually, it looks like I already had that before. But I would be adding it to the saved audience or saved interest, excuse me, simply by clicking this. If I'm looking at some of the other things here, I'm not seeing a ton of hyper relevant things. Occasionally I'll see something above 20, but I'm not seeing anything as high as that 77. So let's see if I were to just go to business owner. Actually, I don't need to click that if I'm just going to look up one. And I'm going to hit the idea light bulb thing and see what else I get. Independent business owner. I think that may be something I already have there, but I'm going to go ahead and, yep, I already had that one in there. So what else do we have? Business owner, 58%, and this is about local business. So I'm going to go ahead and add that because I don't think, I guess I already have that one as well. So you can see I'm actually got most of what I'm after here. Let's go back one more time and see if I can find business networking. Now, this may or may not be totally useful or relevant, but I'll go ahead and hit the light bulb here and see what else I get from Facebook. And then I'm going to show you another way to do this in just a moment. All right, so I got small business at 32. I'd really like to find something that's much, much higher in terms of relevance, but I'm not really seeing it. And that's okay. Maybe there aren't a lot of things that Facebook is going to suggest. So now I'm going to go over to the audiencer suggestions. And this is basically details that are being sourced over the course of the use of this. And this has been around for I think 3 years at this point, this platform. So there's been a lot of data going in here, and I can see all kinds of things being suggested. So this is actually where I found the National Association of Women Business Owners earlier, was this search. But you can see there's some things that are not really relevant to what I'm after. Multi-level marketing. I'm not looking for work at home or MLMs, network marketing kind of stuff. I'm looking for traditional small businesses. And so as I'm looking through here, I'm really focused on that relevance score more than anything else to see if there's something that might get suggested that is hyper relevant to what I'm after. And as I'm scrolling down here, it looks like that is actually sorting by that number. So as I get further and further down, that number keeps going down. So I'm going to go back up to the top to the business owners, small business owners. I think I have all of these in there at this point. And it's really these top 4 that are going to be the most appropriate for me, and I've already selected them. But just for fun, why don't we add direct selling? Actually, direct selling is multi-level marketing or direct sales. What I meant was like direct marketing, or direct response marketing would have been good. But the Small Business Owners of America, I think I got that one in there as well. So I may have the best targeting that I'm going to have for this particular interest set. And so once I have that, I'm going to head back over to saved interests. I can take the whole thing, so let me uncheck that. I'm going to check the whole thing and hit copy. And instead of saving my interests inside of Facebook, I can just save them all here. And then what I do is I go into Facebook and I'm going to, that's the ad, not the ad set. So give me just a moment while it loads. We want to go to the ad set itself over here. There we go. Small business owners. And I may have already done this. So if I did it before I started recording, nope, I didn't. So you can see this is blank. There are no interests being targeted. All I need to do is click into the box and then paste. And it's going to, and then let me just hit return. And it's going to move everything that I just had over there inside Audiencer. It's moving it over into the detailed targeting here. So I now have my audiences, which I'm managing and continuing to refine over here. I just copy it and I paste it right into the Facebook ad manager. And then I have the ability to go ahead and proceed with my ads. So it's a super cool tool in terms of research. The one thing I don't like about it is it's not directly integrated, so I have to do this cut and paste thing. There are a couple of other tools, which are a bit more expensive, by the way, that I do have direct integration, but frankly, that's not a big deal for me here because this is giving me the type of information that I'm after ultimately, and super, super helpful. There are some other things here, like niche explorers. So if I'm looking for some additional things, so let's grab the audience. I'm going to hit the small business owner, SMB owner, and just type business. Oops. Are we in there? Oh, it's still loading. Business. And see what it suggests. Ownership is really what I guess I want to do. And see what it comes up with. So there's additional ways to find interests that I haven't really shared with you. So business ownership. That's something I don't think we had in there. It has been added to the audience. And so now you'll see business ownership is down at the bottom here. If I wanted to, I can go and copy that, go back over to Facebook, paste all of it in, and it's going to just add the one thing that I didn't have before. So I now have, where is it? Business ownership right there. Isn't a large audience, 2,800, so it really was inconsequential. But I now have the ability to do that. Now, if I wanted to get super, super targeted in terms of my advertising, what I might do is do a narrow audience thing and then put the entire thing in again, and then they would have to qualify for two of these things, or maybe even just, business networking in one, and then narrow audience and business owner in another, and narrow the audience and business ownership in another one. That's going to get a super, super tight audience as well. So there's all kinds of ways to play around with this and see where you're getting the best results. But that's just a little insight into how to utilize what you find inside of Audiencer. Like I said, super intuitive. I love the fact that there are multiple projects that you can manage separately. So if you're, advertising on behalf of others, if you have client projects, for example, or if you're advertising for yourself, but you are running different ads, different campaigns for different purposes, you have the ability to manage those things within projects and really organize it quite neatly. So that's a quick look at Audiencer. If you're interested in grabbing it, you can do a free trial over on their website. Just hit start free. You can get inside and play around. There's a link under this video to go ahead and test it out yourself. I'm David Baer from Baer on Marketing. Thanks so much for checking out my video on Audiencer and how to use it to improve the quality of your Facebook ads targeting. Oh, hey, before you go, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you got a comment, please leave one. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.